Things may come to those who wait, but only those things left by those who hustle. And fortuitously, within days of doing so, the stock did collapse, and I made a few $1,000s, which as a college freshman, that is all the money in the world.
That was the moment it all began. While most college freshmen were worried about exams, Ken Griffin was betting against the home shopping network. He wasn't just gambling, he was applying a compelling argument he'd read in Forbes. But winning wasn't enough for him. It was a bad experience with a market maker that actually launched his career into the complex world of derivatives.
Trading approach really got me interested in learning about the pricing of derivatives. If this is good enough for the firm's money, this is what I want to do with my money. So with two friends, we started a small hedge fund in 1987.
Griffin's first big strategy was convertible bond arbitrage. To get an edge, he didn't just read books, he literally modified his dorm. To get real-time stock quotes at Harvard, which was unheard of for a student in 1987, he ran a satellite cable through an unused elevator shaft.
And it is true, I put a satellite dish on top of the building, technology that was used to compute the pricing relationship between convertible bonds and the underlying stock.
Griffin describes the atmosphere of a world-class trading firm very differently than the well-oiled machine you see in textbooks. He uses a high-speed metaphor to explain what a successful business actually feels like.
Imagine you're in a Formula One car and you're hurtling down the straightaway at 225 miles an hour. You see, great companies are always pushing themselves. They're always on the edge, and the great firms are never satisfied.
For Ken Griffin, trading isn't just about math, it's about people. He is known for swooping in when competitors fail. When Enron filed for bankruptcy, Citadel didn't wait. They flew 16 people to Houston immediately to interview every talented person they could find.
One of my business heads kept meticulous records of the interviews that he conducted over the course of a decade. Get the right people on the bus, the wrong people off the bus, and the right people in the right seats.
The hustle ethos was put to the ultimate test in 2007 during the Sowood crisis. A competitor needed to liquidate a $30 billion portfolio overnight. While other bankers went to bed, Griffin and his 50-person team worked through the night.
And he said, look, it's getting late. This isn't going to get done tonight. 6 a.m. before the opening of the markets, we bought that entire portfolio.
But even the best can miss the signs. Griffin admits that not seeing the 2008 financial crisis was the greatest mistake of his career. Citadel was losing hundreds of millions of dollars a week, fighting for survival every single day.
You see, each day, we took the steps needed to keep our business going. You see, with the right people, with the ability to execute, and with the willingness to make the tough decisions, we were able to save our firm.
From a dorm room at Harvard to one of the most powerful firms in finance, the lesson from Ken Griffin is clear. Marry your passion with technology, hire the best, and never stop hustling. Because in the markets, the things that come to those who wait are only the things left by those who hustle.